Completely agree with the respondents this year. I think that there is optimism, but there's just a caution as well. There's optimism in regards to commercial real estate investments. I think the caution side comes from the basic overall economy, and then it's at a global level. There's too many things out there that could happen that could impact the outcome for maybe commercial real estate. So I think once people adjust their returns for a real estate investment, capital is going to continue to flow. We've seen capital flow since.
If you look at the key word that we hear a lot in the report on the survey is uncertainty, but notwithstanding that uncertainty, investors are very bullish on the real estate asset class. Last year in ET 2012, 63% of the investors felt that profitability for 2012 would be good or better. This year, that's almost 74%. So if you look at, that's a major shift year over year, and a continued focus on improvement in profitability in the industry. To me, that was a surprise. Not that the trend is that way, but the strength of the trend.
The biggest surprise was the improved sentiment, because it's quite marked. And yeah, that's good for commercial real estate and real estate in general. And in fact, the data shows that markets are recovering. But when you look underneath the data, the recovery, especially in office and retail and industrial, you're coming off of unprecedented highs in vacancies, and you still have major issues with demand. Your demand is just not as robust as you'd expect in your typical recovery, and there's no indication that it's going to rev up next year. What's really helped the sectors is the lack of development, and we don't need a lot of new product. My sense is we're kind of on the mark, which is recovery will continue in a kind of 3 yards and clouds of dust fashion. Slowly, money will edge into these secondary markets, but investors need to be careful. And there's much more chance for some sort of downside issue than any upside spike.
My expectation is a continued flow of capital from foreign investors, from domestic investors alike. Opportunity funds looking at deals up and down the spectrum, from $10 million deals to $10 billion deals, and continued freeing of the capital markets in terms of the REITs, CMBS funding, banks, insurance companies. We see 2013 as having a lot more liquidity in it than 2012 did, and transaction volumes will reflect that fact.
My expectations are good for 2013 in a commercial real estate investment standpoint. The commercial real estate is still a strong asset class. When you look at it compared to the 10-year Treasury, the returns seem to be right in place. I think, again, that you just have to really weigh out your risk-first return kind of model and what you're looking to do with your commercial real estate investment overall.